Hey, it's Captain. Our truck we just finished building, our 2002 Dodge 3500 diesel. Our hood, we bought this vehicle used, so when we got it, the hood was all messed up on the front, and we had to do a lot of body work on both sides, especially the driver's side, because it was all rotted out. So to fix it, we just used some body filler, and we bed linered all of the rocker panel on both sides, and just did a little bit on the wheel wells, and just did a hood lift to overcome that problem. You can see it looks really nice because we left some of the original paint, but we did cover up the problems. Bed liner from Linex, since we don't know how to do the colored bed liner. Another thing we did was coming back here to the box, we bed linered all this. What we used to do this was Herculiner. We just bought some of these kits and used it. We recommend using the paintbrush more than the roller. I mean, the roller we used on the bed more, but the paintbrush that puts it on thicker, so if you want a thicker coat, use the paintbrush in the kit. All the way around it. We wanted to leave some paint. We wanted to leave some paint on the box, but because it looks a lot better. But we did bed liner the main parts that get hit with the sun and the salt from the road. And we just came across, kept a nice straight line. And we left it inside bare metal with just paint because we do asphalt sometimes, and we wanted to be able to throw asphalt on the bed of the truck, because bed liner would melt. We put a camera on our truck because you can't see through at all, because there's the box in the bed with no headache rack really, it's just a flat sheet of metal. So we popped two cameras on. There's one up on the top of the bed, and then there's another one down by the bumper. Right there, as you can see, we put on. And then this is a dump body, so we had to extend out the hitch on the bottom from the frame rail so we can still pull a trailer decently. Moving to this side of the truck, you can see all the lights we have. We have four lights on the top, and then we have 6 lights on the bottom on the rear. This truck has a lot of marker lights on it. So if it's really dark and you're backing up, it's just like daylight, because we've got 4 lights on top, and then 6 lights on the bottom. Then we have 2 marker lights on the side. But we just, for the bed liner at least, we just taped out on the reflector strips we had. Going into the box, this box is 3 feet wide by 5 feet tall by 8 feet deep. You can see we put some foam matting in the bottom. This is the side we don't like throw stuff in and out on as much, but we have our transfer tank here, and we have just some tools on this side of our box. We bed linered the whole inside of it, and it's flat 5 feet on the sides, then it comes up in the middle on the frame and drops back down on the other side. So it's sort of like a channel in the center. So, yeah. So back to the driver's side being all rotted out. The rocker panel on this side, mainly right here, was all rotted out. And the floor also was on the inside. So we had to do a lot of body work on this. It was a great find still. It was rotted underneath the driver's side floor mat a lot. So we used body filler, you know, with a putty knife and just filled it all in once we scraped it down. The guy who did this, all this body work was Corey. He did most of the work on this truck. I helped out a little bit, but not as much as he did. He put lots of hours into this truck. Moving on from the outside of the truck, going into the cab. This truck has around 93,000 miles on it, and the dash was all messed up. So to fix that, we just threw a dash mat on it, which I picked up for around $40, and we just threw some seat covers and basic things in the truck. But anyway, there was a giant hole right above the dash on the driver's side that exposed all the components behind the dash. So we were deciding whether we wanted to buy a new dash or just cover it with a mat, and we were just like, we don't really do anything on the dash, so a mat was just the perfect solution. All we do is set planes there sometimes, you know. So this truck has the stock 16-inch rims on it. This door isn't as great, but it still works. This is the side that we store our shovels on, and if we have a jumping jack, we throw it in that little latch right there. And you can see it's a pretty big box, but you didn't notice it comes up in the middle. Comes up in the middle over the frame, which is just perfect for what we did with it, because the fuel tank fits perfectly on top of it, so we were able to really bolt that down, and it holds the shovels really well. And you can see, I don't know if my camera will zoom in enough, but you can see I put that fuel filter on that pump. You can see there's a little space in the middle because it dumps, which the controller is in the inside of the cab behind the seat. If I can get it. Just a simple controller. But anyway, this truck was a really good find for what we use it for now. Just awesome. It's a stick with the 6-speed in it, because you had the option of the 5 or 6-speed. You have that rear view mirror that's a camera. So yeah, this truck was pretty trashed on the dash, but taken care of, I'd say, pretty much everywhere else. But since for our line of work, since we don't like haul stuff all the time, we decided to keep the back side of it off. You know, just the top board, so it gets better aerodynamics first off, and second off, it looks really cool. But the old truck bed came clear back to the cab, and it had really tall sideboards on it that were probably 3.5 feet tall, and it was just a old truck that was for hauling hay and lumber. So we fixed that, you know, shortened the bed, did all that stuff. This truck is a 24 valve. We try and find trucks that don't have major computers on them. This one doesn't. It's a 24 valve though, so it has a little bit of a computer on it, you know, for the injection and stuff. Because you can see that, I don't know if you can see that port there on it. Pop the hood for a better look at the engine. But we like to find trucks that don't have major computers in it, like they did on 2007 Dodges Plus. You know, put on. Here it is. It's been kept pretty clean underneath the hood. And you can see all the wiring there is underneath the hood. A lot of wiring. Because it has a computer heater on it, so yeah. If you have any questions, just leave it in the comments below. I just like to give credit to this for Corey. So I just want to give credit there. Yeah. If you have any questions like of what we did for the dash, like where we found the mat or anything like that, just leave a comment on that. But anyway, this is Captain going out.